Greetings everybody, this is Leviathan here, and you can probably tell from the YouTube title, it's official. Revealed just earlier today, Nintendo Switch, Diablo 3, the beautiful union, it's happening, it's real. You know, there were so many hints to this earlier in the year with the whole Nintendo light switch thing on Twitter, and just little inklings here and there. I mean, yesterday there was a major flub, I suppose, with Forbes pushing an article a little too early before embargo, letting everyone know that this indeed was going to be a thing. We all kind of guesstimated or had some clue that this would be a thing. And if you recall from the video that we did recently, where the Diablo Blizzard team was saying there will be several projects that they're working on and announcements coming later this year, I believe this is the first of that rollout that we'll be seeing. So this one comes with timing just before Gamescom. Gamescom is next week, August 21st, and it runs through until August 25th, and that's over in Europe, Germany to be specific. So I think all the timing for this happens so that they can reveal, hey, we have D3, Nintendo Switch, a union, play it, you know, for the first time at Gamescom, and I have confirmation, or, you know, mostly confirmation that that is going to be a thing, because Nintendo of Europe, who is going to be at Gamescom, tweeted at Diablo, see you at Gamescom. It only seems to make sense that they wouldn't reveal this if it weren't able to be tested out and, you know, have a hands-on experience for people. And the next, you know, major convention is going to be Gamescom. So all this seems to link together to have that be the thing. And all these links, by the way, everything that I'm referring to will be in the video description. So if you want to refer to any of this for yourself, feel free to check it out. So you're probably wondering, what exactly does this entail? What does it mean? It's the main game. It's D3, it's the base game, it's Reaper of Souls, and Rise of the Necromancer all bundled into one. I've seen the price point at $59.99 USD. Again, no release date yet, just available 2018. My guess is it'll come at some point that's before the holiday season later this year, so look around November, probably like right after BlizzCon maybe, so people can start purchasing that with, you know, their holiday shopping and Christmas or Hanukkah lists or whatever. All those things. As far as the exclusives go, reasons to maybe pick this up. I mean, first of all, it's D3 on mobile, so that's huge just in and of itself. But there will be some exclusive things to link kind of the Nintendo aspect to the Blizzard Diablo 3 aspect. So we've got a lot of Zelda crossover here with a Triforce portrait frame, some Ganondorf transmog, got the famous Cucco pet, the chicken, you know, if you hit it enough times in Zelda games, they just get pissed off and kill you. So there are some cool things here. If you scroll through the website, and this is just like the main Diablo3.com website, they have a whole section on the Switch now. And just kind of, I guess, it's probably linking people that are Nintendo fans that haven't played or heard of Diablo 3, and Diablo 3 fans that want to know more about it being on Switch. So it's kind of a link for both of those people. And that was a play on words, but I didn't even intend to do that. There are also two videos that came out here. If you want to check those out, this one is entitled A Special Message from Mike and Reggie. It's just a cool, fun video of Reggie and Mike kind of being funny and silly, talking about, you know, the link between Blizzard and Nintendo for this Nintendo Switch and Diablo 3 awesomeness. And then there is actually just like a, you know, video of, oh my gosh, it's a Nintendo Switch with Diablo 3. It actually does look pretty cool though, just like the same sort of console feel if you've played it on PlayStation 4, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, etc. There's a lot of that. So, you know, very similar console experience. There's also, last but not least, this fact sheet. Let me get that up on screen for you too, where it gives some of the details in terms of what exactly we can look for. There we go. So, you know, if you're ever sorting your way through and wanting to know exactly what you're going to be able to get, again, it is, like I mentioned, pretty similar to the current console experience and all the potential exclusives here with Nintendo Switch. So the thing I think to think, though, at this point is what happens going forward. What does this mean for the rest of the previous video that we discussed and BlizzCon? Like I said, I think this kind of gets D3 on Switch out of the way, quote unquote. Obviously, it's still a pretty hype announcement for people and wanting to just play Diablo 3 on the go. This is fulfilling that fantasy. You know, all the people that were afraid of mobile Diablo, I mean, it kind of happened here now. Who knows, of course, if there will be further development for like actual iOS or Android platforms and stuff. But this kind of just gets this news out of the way. And it does beg a couple questions for me, at least, because if you're going to release a version of Diablo 3 on the Switch, what's the patching going to look like? What's the update to that going to look like, right? Are they going to be able, as if D3 gets any future updates, to say, all right, well, we're rolling out, you know, patch 2.7 to the PC version, the Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and Nintendo Switch? Like, I don't know exactly what the details are on that yet. Maybe more research needs to be done. But I think, you know, if this is the definitive version that's coming out for the Nintendo Switch, does that mean there won't be major updates to D3 in the future, right? Like, is there a reason to release this if you're only going to turn around and release an expansion to D3 or a character pack? Like, maybe the character pack would come as a DLC and they'd be able to download it that way to update your Switch or things like that. So, and I mean, they did it for Xbox and PlayStation platforms, so like, it's still possible, right? It does just make me start to roll some of those questions in my head of how much more in terms of the several projects and announcements and things will we see when it comes to D3? Like, are we really, is that done? And now the rest of the announcements are for other things like a Diablo for the future, the major future entry into the franchise, or other things like some people were even mentioning in the last video, what about the comics? What about novels? What about books? Like, those things could be constituted as projects in, you know, a loose definition perhaps. And maybe that's what is part of the rollout when things are going to be announced later this year. So I don't know. I'm definitely curious what all you guys think out there. Feel free to hop into the comment section. Are you hyped for Nintendo Switch and D3 coming together? Do you own a Nintendo Switch and this is just an automatic buy? Or is this going to get you to buy a Nintendo Switch now that this is revealed? I personally don't own one yet. Probably am going to pick one up because now there's a ton of games with D3, Smash, Octopath, Breath of the Wild. There's so many good games on Switch, and it seems like it's the real deal platform. So I know I'm personally going to get one, and this is just another notch in that cavalcade of games. Like, why not? It makes a lot of sense to own a Switch at this point. But also, like, where are you at now for your future Diablo announcements? Gamescom, I think we're probably just going to see a lot of focus on the Switch, but that kind of really does open up the door to say, what will be on that stage at BlizzCon? What will happen to get us excited and hyped? I still don't know, man. My hopes are really on some sort of like really cool reveal of D4 or like a future project, a major future project. Probably not able to play it at the convention this year or anything to that sort, like really just a small tease. But then I still feel there has to be maybe one other thing that kind of is the Diablo presence at BlizzCon. So what will it be? I want to hear from you guys, let me know, and otherwise I'll see you in the next video. Feel free to subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss any future news updates or content, because you're going to want to see everything as it transpires. Until the next time, guys, thank you so much for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.